have a couple stories for you today. One is an early childhood story, one's an old man story. Early childhood story. I believe that when I was little, the anticipation of Easter was a bigger deal than the anticipation of Christmas. It's not that I was theologically superior to other kids, it's more that I was greedy, and I loved my first Easter baskets a lot more than I loved my first Christmas trees. I remember probably age 3 or 4, the basket was there, chocolate rabbit, and Popo the rabbit, a green stuffed bunny. He kind of looked like Oscar the Grouch because of the green fuzziness, but he was smiling, had buck teeth, big floppy ears, rabbit, right? Also had a floppy bucket hat kind of thing. I love bucket hats, maybe because of Popo, maybe because I like embarrassing my children, but that's who Popo was. And every Easter after that, I was like, oh, something like Popo, it's going to be amazing. So the day before Easter was more excruciating for me than the day before Christmas because it was just so anticipated. All right, now the old man story. I know an old man, we'll call him Daryl. He wears hearing aids. He had to take his hearing aids in and get them serviced. He had been thinking that those hearing aids weren't making that much of a difference. But after 6 days without them, he realized, oh my, I need these more than I thought. They're helping more than I thought. Now, what do those have to do with today, the day in between Good Friday and Easter? Well, it is a day when more than just hearing got better. It was a day that set up people being set free, but that particular day was still so dark and so heavy. To set up a bit of it, I'm going to read from John 8:34 through 36. It says, Jesus answered them, truly, truly, I say to you, everyone who commits sin is a slave to sin. The slave does not remain in the house forever. The Son remains forever. So if the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed. We know what Easter means tomorrow. We know it means freedom, moving from slave to freedom. We know it's like going from being deaf to being able to hear again, from being blind to be able to see. All that is out there. But my call for you today is sit in the heaviness of this day, not just for the sake of heaviness, but for the glory of appreciating what your Savior has done for you. On Good Friday, He took on all the weight of our sin to set us free, because only the Son can set us free. And also think about on that Saturday what it felt like for His followers. They felt like it was the absolute death of hope. There was no hope to be seen or heard or felt. So slow the day down. Don't be like me as a child, like, I can't wait. But slow it down and say, God, you took on such heaviness for me, and I love you and worship you in the beauty of what you've done to set me free as your son, or for some of you as your sons and daughters. And in that, be ready to come into North Star tomorrow morning and celebrate with the great joy that He has set us free, that He is worth anticipating, and that He did for us what we can never do for ourselves. But in that, don't be afraid to sit in the heaviness of the day as we wait for the glory of His redemption.